Konbanwa. Welcome back. Check out this brand new strain I just got. It's fresh off the press. Check it out, guys. It's called uh RL Diddy Stein.
Is it just me, or is it getting really confusing seeing all of these new strains from some people under these weird names that don't make sense? I don't know. But I do know that there was once an actual reason why strain was named the name. I mean, going all the way back to the beginning, we started with wild cannabis that evolved in different geographical regions over thousands of years. I mean, these are your landrace strains. They adapted to their local environments, and because of a lot of them were isolated by mountains, oceans, and deserts, they developed very stable and uniform genetics through natural selection. So, yeah, they were named after where they came from. Actually, these original strains were only natively found across 5 continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, and Europe. And from that, there's around from 30 to 100 distinct land races. This is just like anecdotal for the most part, but it's generally in the ballpark. I mean, you might know some like Durban Poison, Afghan Kush or Afghani, Acapulco Gold, Thai, Hindu Kush. I mean, those are like top 5, I guess, but these serve as the building blocks for almost every modern hybrid. And when Western travelers, smugglers, and hippies went through all these continents in the 60s and 70s, they brought them back to the United States and Amsterdam. They finally put completely different genetics in the same space. And voila! We take Afghani, the indica, which grew short and wide, with Acapulco Gold, the sativa, and Colombian Gold, another sativa, and we get skunk number 1 because of its pungent ass smell. And the number 1 is because they had to go through iterations of phenotypes until they stumbled upon a winner. So yeah, this was the first. And that's also how you get things like Northern Lights 2 or Northern Lights 5. So basically, these first wave of hybrids were mostly named after the effects or what they looked like, what it smelled like, or how it performed. Just the general profile of the strain. And guess what? They took the hybrids and bred them too into even more complex plants. So from around the 80s to the 90s, most breeding was in Amsterdam since, reefer madness took over America and the war on drugs started. Generally from here, the new strains had some mix of the parent's name, like if you crossed something with Kush, you'd have Kush in the name to let people know that they can expect some form of an indica hybrid like that, like Bubba Kush or OG Kush. Speaking of OG though, once medical was legal in California in 1996, the naming convention kind of shifted to inside stuff or exclusivity. OG Kush got its OG from somewhere, but as far as I can tell, it's kind of speculation, but probably just original gangsta or ocean grown, like Cali's Coast. So the word on these legendary strains got spread around on forums, and that made them even more popular. And guess what? They bred those again too. So this is where your candy strains take over in the 2010s, like Girl Scout Cookies, which is OG Kush crossed with F1 Durban. So it's still massive in the recreational market in terms of bulk. I mean, people started to figure out what bag appeal was when it came to crazy colors and sweet smells. We got strains named after sweets like gelato, wedding cake, Z, Skittles, and runts. I mean, I'm allegedly growing 2 of those right now, but when corporations came in, they throw all of that out the window and, they just start making strains after celebrities like, classic Gary Payton. And, they have influencers promote them. I mean, not to mention white labels that rename underselling strains to a popular one to get it off the shelves. Of course, this isn't how it always is, and, it's not a steadfast rule that in the 90s they always did this, and, people always kind of do their own thing, but there was a general kind of naming convention. But just a mix of it all now, and It gets a little confusing trying to find the lineage of your modern hybrids, but me personally, I like combining names. I think it's dope. But if you have something I didn't know about, let me know. Or if you think I'm wrong, prove it. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got, Sonyan. Bye bye.